Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the CPS Reports. And today we're doing another fight content for UFC's opening event for the year, Fight Night Ankalaev versus Walker 2 at the Apex Arena this Sunday, 14th of January, 2 a.m. GMT plus 2. With me, as always, Big Jedi Mind Tricks. Jed, how's it going?
Lekker, thank you, bro. Thank you for having me back. I'm excited to kick the season off.
Yeah, bro, me too. I'm itching to redo the next event, but let's take it one at a time and start with the event that starts off the year with the opening fight of the main card, Hawes versus Brunno Ferreira. We know Hawes from back in the day. We saw his up and coming fights. Never really made it to the big superstar status, but makes the fights go very quickly in terms of not going further than round two. He's going up and comer. He's going up against a newcomer, a newcomer in Bruno Ferreira, only having 2 fights in the UFC, but winning both of those fights and only taking 1 loss in his entire career. What are your thoughts on this fight? Do you think it's going to be a good one, or is it going to be a typical Hawes performance?
And no, look, we know that Hawes is like a cowboy. It's like, it's one shot and done kind of thing. So he's coming for first round or second round. No, for sure somebody's gonna get knocked out or he's going to get knocked out. So that's the fun thing. I don't know Bruno Ferreira much, so we'll see what happens. But I think it's a exciting fight to start off the year with.
Yeah.
Because somebody's gonna get finished.
That's a really good point. Especially these are heavy guys. They're not, they're not really the quickest fighters, but what they lack in speed, they definitely make up for it in their power. And I think that's what the recipe for this fight shows, is that one of the guys are going to go to sleep within the first. Because even Ferreira's 2 fights in the UFC ended in the first round. Both of it ended in TKO.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then you know what we're gonna get.
We're gonna get a barn burner.
That's a barn burner. Somebody's gonna go to sleep badly and
quickly before we move to the next one, do you have any prediction to see like who might get the W between full and
I'm just gonna flip a coin, dude. And the coin is, I'll tell you at the end of this episode.
Okay.
Prediction.
Okay, lekker. No, that's fine. Before I move on, I just want to also point out that Bruno Ferreira, it's hard to say what this fight means for the middleweight division, to be quite honest. Neither of these guys are even top 10. So it's like it doesn't really make a shake up for the top 10 of the division.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They're not competing.
We just want to see somebody go to sleep.
Yeah, that's what this fight basically means. But speaking of like shaking up the division, the fight that's after that fight between Ricky Simone and Mario Bautista, this fight does have the makings of the winner here gets to shake up the top 10, top 5 of the division. If you ask me, because Mario Bautista's record at the moment is on a 6-fight win streak, if I'm not mistaken, or 5-fight. He lost his last.
Yeah, nah, that dude's good.
That's 5 and 6. He won 5 and 6, bro. Whereas in Ricky, even though he's beaten really good names in like Rafael Assunção and those guys, he took a loss to Song Yudong, who's obviously high ranked in the band.
Yeah, but Song Yudong is hectic, dude. That dude can fight. Of all the Asian guys, that I don't really like a lot of the Asian dudes. But that dude's good, Song Yudong. But yeah, Ricky Simon, he's also beat some good guys. He's been in there with them, but he's aggressive and likes to box and doesn't mind getting hit. That's the problem. I think Mario Bautista is just a better finisher than him, in my opinion. Like, yeah, he's finishing his fights more than what I see Ricky is doing. So I think Bautista can definitely catch him in like a scramble and submit him or something like that.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, I'm giving my vote to Bautista on this one.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
think
Ricky.
also, I think what's a good point to point out is the activity and consistency of Mario Bautista in terms of his last like
Yeah.
2 years, 2.5 years. Like he's been very consistent in terms of how many fights he's been taking on over the last year.
Mm,
Whereas Ricky hasn't necessarily been fighting as often. So that's something to look out for in terms of making a
yeah.
prediction for this fight. I think the consistency of Mario
Yeah.
might just be the reason why he takes the fight for me there. Moving
Yeah.
on
Well,
to, hey, what you want to say?
nah, I was gonna say, well, for Ricky Simon's defense, he has faced, in my opinion, tougher guys than what Mario Bautista has faced. So that might be another thing. But obviously, the similarity that they have, or the common fighter they have, is that Brian Calendar,
Yes, yes.
which they both beat, I believe.
Yep, they both won out. They both beat him.
So I think Ricky is a cleaner finisher than him. I just think he's slightly more lethal.
You
It's
mean
gonna be a good fight.
you mean Mario
I
is a
mean,
bit,
Ricky, Mario Bautista, yeah, he's
yeah,
a more lethal guy.
absolutely. Ricky just puts himself in the line of fire too often, if you ask me, and I think that's a bit of a risk going into a
Mm,
fight like this with someone that's a sharpshooter like Mario. But anyway,
mm,
let's see what the fans say on that one. Moving on to a fight that has two recognizable names, but I do think that these two fighters are at the back end of their careers, so part of me don't feel like it should have been the tune-up fight before the co-main
yeah,
event. But anyway, Joe Miller versus Gabriel
it's a
Benitez. What's
shame,
your
and
take?
I just think it's gonna be another one of those fights where it's like gonna be a bloody fight. The Oaks have to take out insurance and stuff because it's just gonna be quite hectic. Like it's gonna be bad, and they're both quite old, so it's like, yeah, I think the winner here gets Clay Guida.
I think Dana White just has to get rid of those guys because I feel like
Ooh,
he's
the
milking them
winner
too much,
gets
bro.
like, yeah, or the winner gets Robbie Lawler. It depends where they're going, you know what I mean, to whatever
Oh,
state, and
mm,
then whatever the old kind of guy is there, that's who they're gonna fight. So
yeah.
yeah, but anyway, the champion, the people's champ is Clay Guida, obviously. So we'd like to
Yes.
see the winner get to fight Clay Guida for the people's champ belt.
I won't be surprised if Dana White decides to do something crazy like that for that. Because if you ask me, Jed, they've kept fighters like Joe Miller and Clay Guida on the roster for a bit too long. Because it's not like they shaking up the divisions. They're not challenging anyone in the top of their divisions. They're just there, and it's just like money fights really, and not even that much money, but it's money fights. And I feel like
Yeah, it's,
that,
yeah. I
that's the
guess it's just
UFC.
fun because you know it's gonna be a fun fight. You know what I mean? Instead of
Absolutely.
like oaks that's more cautious, you know, these oaks are coming to like fight for their jobs.
Mm.
Let's do or die. So yeah,
Yeah, it's a good point.
it's the one last time.
I just feel like the UFC is milking him out a bit too much. I feel like give the guys their rest
Mm,
now. Let them do a
mm,
retirement
mm,
fight,
mm.
pay them well for that retirement fight, and then let's get the new Oaks in. But yeah, we'll save our predictions for that on
Yeah,
the end of the fight. I do think that Joe Miller might just actually win it, to be honest. um,
hectic.
but anyway, the fight that I think arguably is the best fight on the card is the co-main event between Matheus Nicolau and Manel Kape. I don't know if
Mm,
we disagree. What do you think? I personally feel like
I think
that's the
it's
fight to watch.
yeah, I think it's gonna be it's definitely the most even fight on the card, and I think it's probably gonna be the most, maybe not the most entertaining. I think the most entertaining fights are gonna be the Jamala Benitez, but anyway, getting off the point. Yeah, it's a tough fight, obviously a rematch. And the winner here gets to excel, and the other one doesn't. So,
Mhm.
and excel to a point where he can potentially fight for the belt soon, or be in the talk of fighting for the belt. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
certainly.
dangerous fight for both guys.
Certainly, I agree with that. That whoever wins here gets to put their name down for a title challenge at least. If not, they have to fight against the guys who have lost to the champion, obviously, which is one of the Brandons. Depending on what Moreno does in his fight. But the winner here would either get Kai Kara France or they get Royval.
Royval, exactly.
That's
exactly
where I think it goes.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, I think
prediction. Yeah, I don't know. It's quite even. I think it's a very even fight. I can definitely see either one. Implementing a game plan and kind of win it. Is it a 3-round fight or 5-round fight?
It's a 3-round fight. Let's split it for 3 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
I think that may favor Manel a bit more, actually, that it's a 3-round fight, to be honest. I think Manel's the first 3 rounds is where you see the most of him. Because I'm not sure if you can remember his last...
Moving and stuff.
Yeah, especially moving.
That Brazilian guy.
That young kid that's like 21 years old or something like that. And you could see that in end of round 2 into going into round 3, that the kid, Dos Santos was his name, or is his name. He had
something like that.
Felipe Dos Santos, he had a lot more energy for some reason, even though Manel is a far more experienced and a far more equipped fighter. It looked like he was running out of ideas going into that 3rd round, even though he won it. Dos Santos,
I remember.
Dos Santos made Manel Kape for the first time look human. Like, Manel's got this characteristics of like, he's the biggest badass, the way he went at easy and things like that. After that fight, he showed like he was a person. He was like, no, big respect to this kid, because the boy put him on his bum twice. Like, Dos Santos showed up. So what I'm trying to say is that the top 5, top 6 of this division is like a toss of a coin. Anyone can beat anyone, even though they have all that such individual attributes and they all look good individual different things. Like that Pantoja has got the power advantage over everybody, and we know that Royval has got this endless ability to put on the pace and just keeps going. And same with Brandon Moreno with his elite boxing. Manel Kape and Wild, they all have this ability to, at any point, they can all beat each other. And I think that's why this fight, the winner here has to, if they don't, I'll be very surprised, but the winner has to take the mic at the end of this fight and stake his claim and say, check here, I want the champ next. They must, if not, give me one of the Brandons. They have to do that.
Give me one of the guys here, put me in the thing. I think another 2 fights for either, like, if they win this fight and another guy, then they, like one of the top 5, then they for sure get a chance to fight for the belt, in my opinion, but not straight away after this fight.
All right, let's see.
They need to prove, because also the 4 guys that are fighting each other now definitely deserves a title fight if they win. So
good point.
You know what I mean?
Good
they have
point.
to just stand in the line.
That's a very good point. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Stand in the line.
Let's move it on to the closing fight, which is also another rematch. I forgot to mention that Nicolau and Manel Kape was a rematch. This is also going to be a rematch, which is the main event between Magomed Ankalaev and Johnny Walker. Fight ended very strangely in the first one, so I'm not really going to touch too much.
Yes.
Yeah, don't want to touch too much base on that, but we can talk about the fact that they're going to get a chance to run it back, and at least now they're going to run it back here. From what I can remember in that first fight, it looked like Ankalaev was walking Johnny Walker down. It was just a matter of time before he was going to finish the fight. That's what it looked like, at least. Let's see what's going to be something similar going into this one. I think, and I'm not sure if you agree, but I think or feel that Magomed is probably the more polished fighter, if you ask me. And that being said, I think that makes him the winner for me in this one.
Yeah, no, I think this is gonna, I don't want to say it's like the easiest fight on the card, but I definitely think that what's his name? Ankalaev is he's definitely gonna be a future champ. I think he's been in there with tough dudes already, and he's beaten a lot of good guys in the division. I think he's definitely a championship fighter. I think he's gonna smash this Johnny Walker dude. But the thing with Johnny Walker is he's got crazy strength, man, and he can just touch you and put you to sleep. That's always the thing with Johnny Walker. You know what I mean? He's got that Johnny Walker strength. But strong. I definitely feel like Ankalaev can just to Kape, but I shouldn't
Oh, I'm
think
losing you there, Jedi.
control him, take him down, and smash him. I think that's what's happened.
I think that we lost you for that last bit of what you were saying, but from what I could gather, if I'm not mistaken, you were saying that you feel that Magomed, even though Johnny Walker has the strength, which seems to be the strength advantage, what you were saying is that Ankalaev may just be able to walk him down and eventually control the exchanges and just to get the grappling, and that's probably where he's going to win it.
I think exactly. I think he's just a much better all-round fighter, and he's fought a lot stronger opponents. You know what I mean? I think he's just gonna wrestle him down and smash him, but he's still got to get him down. That's the other thing, and he might walk into a Johnny Walker uppercut and go to sleep. But the favorite is obviously Ankalaev to win.
What do you think this means for one of these fighters? Whoever gets the win here. Let's start with Johnny Walker since he's the lower ranked fighter. If he gets the victory here, beating someone who's ranked 3, what does that mean for him in this division? Did you get that?
No, you asked me what I think it means for one of the guys.
Yeah,
for either of the guys if they win.
Yeah, starting with Johnny
Walker. I think with Johnny Walker, he's got to prove, you know what I mean, that he can be in the top running with the guys, because he's like I want to say win one, lose one, but it kind of feels like he win one, like he'll win one and then lose one, he'll win one and then lose one. You know what I mean? Especially when he faces one of the top dudes.
Yes.
Very true. The other guy, Ankalaev, I think if he wins this fight, he definitely has to fight maybe Jan Blachowicz or Jamal Hill.
Not Ferreira?
I think they're gonna do that rematch that
Prochaska and Alex. I don't know if they should do that. But okay, I don't think they should. I think Alex clearly said, "Check here, give me someone else."
Yeah, no, Alex is it.
He smoked him. I think Ankalaev.
Maybe if I Jamal Hill, and then Ankalaev. But I feel like the Ankalaev, and if he wins this, he can, like Gambler, which would be a very good fight for him. And I think that's also a rematch. It
will be a rematch if they fight again, yes. Because I think their fight also ended in a draw or something like that.
It was a draw.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they would have to go again.
So there you go. That would be a brilliant fight to make.
He's got to fight Blachowicz again, because even Ferreira beat Blachowicz. I'm not sure if you can remember. So he pretty much smoked those guys. It's just he didn't fight Jamal Hill yet. But anyway, we don't know how far Jamal's injury concerns are. Like if he's even back, we don't know what that's like. But before we close the show, I would really want to ask you a question quickly. Do you have any idea what Johnny Walker's real name is? It can't be Johnny Walker.
I don't think Johnny Walker's his name. I don't know what his name is actually.
That's fine. Let's leave it to
find out when we give you the recap. We'll come back with a name.
Hopefully, we'll get it in the comments and see if the fans want. They can just put it in the comments.
Yeah, please. If you have any identification of Johnny Walker, UFC guy that was a male stripper, please put it in the comments, guys.
Check your data. Before we close, let's just quickly run through the fights again and give us our final predictions.
Okay.
So middleweight bout for Hawes and Brunno Ferreira. Who gets the W there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brazil.
Brazil's
gonna win. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Brazil.
Yeah.
Brunno Ferreira.
Yeah, I'm also gonna put it on Brunno. I think Brunno's just gonna be the younger stud. He takes it down there.
Yeah. I think Brunno is gonna win.
Then we're moving on to Ricky Simon versus Mario Bautista. Bantamweight bout.
Mario Bautista, rear naked choke.
Round 2.
Like maybe third round.
Okay, maybe third.
Because
Yeah.
that guy's he's quite fit. But Ricky Simon, he's good, bro. He's strong and he's fit and that kind of stuff. And he's probably, you know what I mean. He's gonna try and push the pace hard. But I
Correct.
think it's like in the scrambles and that stuff.
I think Mario landed there for sure. I think Mario will TKO him. Then we move to lightweight, classic household names: Jim Miller versus Gabriel. Benitez for the fans, by the fans.
Yeah.
What do you think? Quick prediction on this one.
I just hope either of them make it out safe. I don't know. And I know it's gonna be brutal. I just feel for the guys out. Shame, man.
Yeah.
They both. Oh, I think Jamal is like 40 years old.
He's quite an age, yeah.
He's old, but he's like 40, 41. Which is, I mean, not old, but it's old for these guys that are still trying to fight in a freaking cage. So yeah, I just want them to be safe, please, guys.
So it doesn't matter.
Benitez is like 36 and Jim's like 40.
I'm gonna go with the Jim Miller win.
Nice.
I don't know. If he loses, then Benitez outboxes him. That's how Benitez wins.
Yeah.
But the co-main event: Matheus Nicolau, Manel Kape. Or
I don't know, bro. Sure, but it depends who. You know, if Manel doesn't get taken down, he can obviously win the fight.
Yeah.
And
Pardon?
yeah, so sure, it's tough. It's a tough one. I think obviously the UFC would like Manel to win. You can see they like the drama, and he's kind of playing the bad guy. Everybody likes to tune in for the bad guy.
Yep.
If it goes to decision, I don't know. I don't have an opinion. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, for me, literally both these fighters are in the position where either one of them can make a case. So for that reason, it doesn't really matter to me who wins, because I think they're both really good fighters. But I'm gonna prioritize Africa over anyone else, really. So Manel.
Yeah, the French, bro. Never mind that French guy.
Yeah, Matheus Nicolau is from Brazil, and Manel Kape. Yeah, he's from Brazil. But Manel, they put the Portuguese. They put the Portuguese flag next to his name, but he's actually from Angola.
Oh yeah. I saw that also. I was like, this is weird.
So I'm gonna go with Manel Kape just because I would like to see more African representation.
Yeah, Africa.
Then in the last one, Magomed, I'm sure it's clear as day as what you.
Your strong favorite.
Strong favorite is Ankalaev there. Is that also what you're gonna go with? That's also your prediction, final prediction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely the Russian guy. Send location.
Send location, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. So that's my prediction is also gonna be Magomed. I think he's the better chance for actually like claiming the title than Johnny Walker there. So yeah, let's see what happens come this weekend. Right?
Cool, man. Yeah, it will be lekker. I look forward to the recap and stuff, and just be careful with where you play your money on this fight, guys.
Yeah, 1000%. 1000%. Just be very careful.
There's a lot of coin flip fights on this card, except for the title for the main event.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, 100%. Anyway, Jedi, thank you so much for being part of the episode again. That's us. That's our time. That's the prediction. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay in touch. And you'll see us next week when we do our recap for this event and our preview for the big one, Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis.
Still not through South Africa. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie.
Anyway, take it easy. Be safe out there, and we'll see you then. Cheers.